Hello there, viewer. You're welcome to my channel once again. It is so good to have you back. If you're a first timer, you are very much welcome. I am so happy to have you. So let's get right into the lesson. I can see that we have a challenge here. Okay. Okay, it says stand in line. So lesson title. In computer science, a queue is an abstract data structure where items are kept in order and new items can be added at the back of the queue and old items are taken up from the front of the queue. Okay, so new items in the queue are added to the back while items are taken up from the front. All right, so we are asked to write a function called next in line which takes an array arr and a number item as argument. So we have to write a function that has that takes two arguments. Okay, so add the number to the end of the array and then remove the first element of the array. So they want us to add this number to the end of this array, okay, and then remove the first element of the. This can be a bit confusing. So this is the which so what's the end and the beginning of the array anyways? What is the end and the beginning? Um, the end of the array should be this side while the beginning of the array is this. If you remember that in programming generally, we start counting from zero. So this has an index of zero, an index of one, an index of two, three, and then four. So this is the beginning of our array, and this is the end. So we are asked to write a function that um, adds a number to the end of the array and then removes the first element of the array. So I hope you remember those functions that we learned concerning array, shift, unshift, pop, push. We'll be using them here. Okay, so we already have the next inline function should then return the element that was removed. So they've already written out the function for us. We just need to fill in the blank spaces. So first of all, we want to add the number to the end. So we have array dot push to do that for us, and we have item. All right. So okay, so I think it has already done that for us. So before we have this, and then after we can see where our function is called. Hope you can see this, and then we're adding six to it. So the next thing we want to do is to remove the first element. I don't know if you still remember. It was I think it was on shift that was used. Let's find out. AR dot on shift to remove the first element. Let's find out. So we're supposed to okay. See that mistake I'm not supposed to make. Okay, we have before, we have after, and they are both the same. Let's try out shift. All right, okay, so that should be shift, not on shift. What does on shift do again? Can you remember? um, I think on shift was the opposite of well, push. Let me just try that. Let me try to have put 90 here. Yeah, so push adds to the end of the array, on shift adds to the beginning, while shift removes the element at the beginning. So let's just have shift here. And I don't think we're done yet. We are asked to return the element that was removed. So we can just I hope you remember that we were in the lesson we learned that the item that is removed, right? Okay, I'm not too sure. So let me try this out first. Let's say remove item equal to, yeah, so remove item. What do we have? Okay, so that is not correct. Remove the first. Okay, return the element that was removed. Um, there's a function that is supposed to remove an item or an element from an array and then return the element that was removed. I think it could be slice or splice. Wow. Okay. I read the slice 0 1. Trying to figure out what is okay. Remove item. Okay. We actually have to um. Let's leave this shift. Okay. Or should I just say ARR 0? Since we all know that it's. I don't think that's what they want us to do. Even though this gives us um. Okay, no, it doesn't give us the right answer actually. Okay, so let's think about this a little. You might not need this because this particular function that we learned about is supposed to um remove an element and then return the element that was removed. So that is what I'm trying to remember. Okay, return. Okay, so I think we have that, right? Splice starting from 0 and stopping at 1. So it's going to remove the first element. And we have, I hope you can see this one here. So this one was removed, and you can see that after removing it, this is what we now have. So let's go ahead. I hope this took a while, but it's quite it's not as hard as we I made it look. Yeah. So the splice function, as we learned, removes elements from the start index to the end index, and then it returns the elements that was removed. Splice. So it's different from slice. Slice does not affect your array, but splice affects your array. It changes your array. So let's go ahead and run the test. And okay, it says next in line to return a number. Okay, there's probably something that we're not getting right. This should return 1. This should return 2. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and debug. It is time to debug. All right. So it says that this one, an empty array which we're adding in file, should return a number. An empty array to which one is added to return 1. An array with just one integer should, and then one item added, that is the one added to return 2. Okay, but let's see what else is returning. Let's try to copy this out and just simply place it inside here. Okay, right here. So it should return 1. Yeah, and it's returning 1 here. Yeah, it does return 1. Then it says that this should return to, let's copy and paste this here, and it does return to. So it says, what exactly are we missing? And then it says that this should return 5. Okay, let's try this. Maybe the error is, we find out what our error is from here. And ours is also returning 5. So what is the problem? It says that the next inline function should then return the element that was removed. And that is what we're doing here. This should add the number to the end of the array, which we've done, and then remove the first element of the array, which we're doing here. Um, let's try that again. Well, if you find out what the issue is, you could just comment it in the comment section, okay? Okay. This is kind of strange to me because I'm pretty sure we're getting exactly what we are supposed to be getting in all the test cases. Then this should return. Okay, let me try start from this again. This should return 1. This is kind of strange. Sometimes coding can be like that. But you just got to be patient. We have 1 here. Okay, it's returning this one in square bracket. That means this could be an array. I guess they don't want it to be returned in an array, which is kind of weird. Let's try to do this. So I'm just trying to get the first element in the array because this seems to be returning an array, and I understand why it does because let's say we have something like this. Let's say we have something like from 0 to, okay, let me make sure that we have more elements here. Okay, let's just do 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay, so let's say we want to see get elements from point 0 to 3. It's going to give us an array of the elements from 0 to 3. So if we set 0 to 1, it will give us it's going to give us an array with just one element. Okay, so what they want us to return is um a single number. So to get that, I can just have um square using the square bracket notation that we talked about in the previous lesson. Get the first element, and then you can see that the square brackets are gone. So I believe that's what the issue was, and there we should run now. All right. Okay. Okay. That's the first taste of some real debugging we've had since we started this course. This is the 55th lesson. So I hope we're going to be seeing more of that in the next lessons. I hope, yeah, we're going to be seeing them definitely because as we progress in the lessons, we are advancing. So that was your like a first real debugging. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got the answer before I did. Yeah, so see you in the next lesson. And don't stop learning. Don't give up. It's very interesting. We are in this together. So let's